Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Stream Stranded Deep. It's been a bit, because I took the week off last week. Last week was horrible. It was really, really bad. So, yeah, sorry for not posting a notice. I was just completely and utterly burnt out and just needed time to myself for my brain to recover from all of the stress that I had to go through. Okay, so I have literally no idea what it was we were doing here. From the looks of it, looks like we still have some night work to do. Do we not have a pile of fibrous leaves? Or are we currently filling all these up? I don't really remember. From the looks of it, looks like we're hunting sharks. Let's see. How many sharks do we have? We have this one here. Okay, so here's our raft, which tells me we were probably sailing around looking for a shark in that area. There's a shark right there. And then there's that hammerhead, so yes. My guess is we were shark hunting when I left off. And there's not much else to do, at least not at the moment. Let's see. Oh, we do have a fibrous leaf pile. I have a stone tool, might as well use it. Yeah, I think that should be fine. I'm missing one. Where did you fall? There, okay. 3 hits with a stone tool is not bad. Very nice. I am once again missing one. There it is. Let's look around for more fibrous leaf plants we can cut up here. Might as well, as long as we got anything else to do at night. Probably help if I had a light source. Hello, crabs. And hello to you. 68%, that's not bad. There aren't a whole lot of palm saplings out here, I'm noticing. They're hiding in the greenery. Let's see. Oh. Potato leaves? Not that that's really interesting. Oh! Hey! That's one of the palm fronds that I think like disappeared into the sand earlier. It must have popped back out. Nice. I think that's sufficient. We can probably sleep through the night. Yeah, it's almost midnight. We can sleep. So let's go ahead and... You're full. So Steak? Go ahead and put a bunch of these in here. Here we go. And yeah, not much for it. Let's just go ahead and sleep. How much else we can do? Hopefully there won't be a storm in the morning, because we got ourselves a shark to catch. Ah, good. We woke up right as the sun rose. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so I don't remember what kind of shark it was, because, again, I've been gone for a week. But, oh, another potato. I'm just hazarding my best guess that it's probably off in this direction somewhere. The only thing we can do is look. Might as well take advantage of the fact that it's, you know, light, and at least look for it. We can't fight it right now, because the water's going to be too dark, but if we can at least locate it, that'll work. So, let's see if we can at least do that. You seem to be stuck on something. No, we're just moving very slowly. Okay. Yeah. Gotta keep an ear open. Because with the water as dark as it is, we will more than likely hear the noises it makes before we actually see it. Either that or it'll ram into us and we'll find it that way. Let's see. Kind of keeping an eye on the back. Gotta be around somewhere. Oop, here comes a swell. Whoa! Oh. I thought I saw something, but I was probably just seeing things. May have been a rock or something. No, it was that stingray. I thought I saw the head of a shark in the water very briefly, slowly tailing us, but no, it was just that stingray. Let's see. I think we're a little too far over. We'll have to turn around. Yeah, because right there is where we found that other tiger shark. We dragged it over there, so we'll have to do an about face here and keep looking. It's around here somewhere. Finding that last shark's always a bit of an issue, especially if you're done wreck diving, because there's nowhere for you to hang out to make it come to you. At least now it's late enough in the day that we can actually see. Oh. No, that was the wind on the sail. I thought I heard bubbling for a second there, but it's like, nah. Okay. So yeah, we're at the point where we found our first tiger shark. So it's not around here. I'm still betting money it's going to be off in that direction. Okay, 27 days. It's been almost a month. That's fair. Okay. We're getting the standard, just, like, daytime music, or one of the sailing songs. So we aren't being menaced. It's around somewhere. Now, I'm also kind of, like, towing the line between the shallows and the deep. So, oh, hi! There he is! He just spawned over here. I guess that's where he spawns at. So let's see if I can get him back inland. Right here should do it. Alright, yeah, we're too shallow for him to swim directly underneath us, but we can at least engage in combat now. So where is he? Where did you go? I know he's not hanging out. Okay. There he is. Oh, he's glitching into the sand. That's always fun when the sharks do that. That's been like a consistent glitch since like the very earliest alphas. You've always had sand sharks being a thing. But every time they try to fix it, it just keeps rearing its ugly sand shark head. So at least in this current version, they don't swim under the island anymore. You'll see like dorsal fins sticking out of the sand when you're at your base or whatever. So they don't do that anymore, thankfully, but sand sharks have always been a thing in Stranded Deep. I actually might want to let him come a little closer, because he'll despawn if I don't. So let's let him get a little closer. Right there. Yeah, we're unfortunately for him in a bit of a tricky spot. Got him. Alright, hey, we leveled up our hunting skill too. What is that? Ooh, very nice. Okay. Alright, you should be the last one then. Slam you down right here. Take my ammo back, please. Very nice. Okay, so now it's time to go clay hunting. We just have to get the clay from here, and we should be able to leave. And before I go do anything else, I'm going to go save, just in case something attacks me or if I get poisoned or something. You never know. But that should be all of the sharks around this island, and I don't recall seeing any deep sea stuff. We will need to be careful just in case, but I think we should be okay. We'll park right here. This looks like a good spot. Come on, up you come. I'll keep you right here for now. Alright, time to go for a swim. Let's go see if we can find where those clay nodes are at. Oh, they're right here. That's convenient. Looks like I found a good spot to start looking. Hang on. It's a bit tricky to grab. There we go. Okay, so it looks like all of the nodes are heading inland, so that's good. That one went over here. Yep. Take that. Alright. Next one is over here. I'll go out for that one. That one's in slightly more dangerous territory. If I get these first. That's a lionfish. Let's not touch that. There it is. Did I grab it? Yeah, I did. We're good. we'll head this way and grab this one next. This one's also kind of in deeper water. Now, once I have a house, we can actually do a little something special that'll make things a little easier when we're trying to pick up a bunch of clay. But for now, we just have to play it a little dangerous. The remaining nodes are in the shallows, so these are a little safer. Come on. There we go. I actually need to go offload real quick. So it's over there. Basically right where our hammerhead is where the last clay node is. Or one of the last ones, anyway. Okay. I can't make a pile. Give me a second. Tools. Let's put that away for the time. There we go. One pile. Okay. Let's stick you right there, I think. Right where the hammerhead is where we need to go. So, should just be straight out this way. There it is. How's our pickaxe looking? 54%'s not bad. Okay, that grouper is never going to not jump scare me at this point. Or at least not, like, make me go like, hey, is that dangerous? I think that's all the clay nodes. So we should be good to head back. Cooking skills getting there. I suppose we can spend the rest of the day cooking. Is it an empty flare gun? Yeah, it is. Just leave it there. Alright, so, clay. Yeah, 30 clay, so yeah, I think that's roughly the correct amount. Let's see. 6 per 5 nodes. Yeah. There might be a 6th one. Shoot, might as well go look. I may have missed one. Maybe not. Water's getting a little murky. I can't see anything. So I'm going to wait until the water's a bit clearer before I do that. In the meantime, we do have some shark meat to cook, so let me go get our piscine friends and get these over here then. Come on. Okay, so I actually can do, like, a sprint drag. Wasn't sure if I could. I never tried that before. So that means the last shark should be over here. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Let me actually check, how are my rations looking? I think I have one more space? No. No, my larder box is full. Is it about to storm? Yes, it is. The wind's picking up. I thought it was getting a bit darker than it should for what time of day it is. That's because it's storming! Lovely! Okay then, well, seeing as how we don't need to... I mean, the cooking skill would probably help. I'll keep this on me, just because. Where's my knife? There it is. Let's get all the hide off of these things. Well, it's a good thing we came into shore, not going to be able to do much of anything else with all this rain going on. Ugh. Okay. And despite the fact that it's pouring down rain and currently storming, we are still perfectly capable of lighting a fire. Also, a bit of a graphical glitch. I don't know why, but when it's storming, the actual rain particles won't fall until you look up. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Alright, well, now we just got a lot of meat to cook. And our lantern just turned on. Very nice. It's late enough in the day. I'll probably sleep once the actual cooking stops. Wrong button? Yeah, if this was real life, I'd be really concerned right now. Because we are technically in the tidal zone. Anything that's, like, higher than a normal, like, breaker is probably going to wash all of our stuff away, us included. But we don't gotta worry about that with Stranded Deep, so we're fine. you can see the swell's getting pretty big out there in the distance. Be glad we're not not on the water in the middle of that. Oh boy. Sounds like the storm's calming down. Yeah. We're through the rain now. Finds the rain's still going. The storm's left already. There we go. That's the last of it. Mm-hmm. It should be just about done. Yeah, I'm getting about half a cooking level on this, so... If I really wanted to, I could just toss the rest of that out and cook the rest of the shark that I've got over there, but that'd be a waste of resources. So having the extra shark meat here in case we need it would be helpful. You never know, we might get lost and stumble our way over here. Okay, that is that third cooked, and yeah, sounds like a little less than half a level. So let's look at all this stuff and see what it is we actually want to keep for things. Oh, I don't know why I put that in there. Right, let me dump this stuff right here on, like, the path. Ugh, god, dude, your nails look gnarly. Alright, so let's look at stuff we don't need. So we definitely don't need those. Duct tape isn't useful, so... I don't want garbage in my campsite, so... Drop all these. Go ahead and eat this. Duct tape. Unfortunately, we don't need duct tape for anything else, so we don't really need it. We don't need that. Those three are useful. Don't need that. Don't need these. Don't need that. Okay. So I can go ahead and drop all of this stuff. Now, something that I think would have actually been useful for duct tape in this game is, I've been playing Fallout New Vegas lately, and one of the items, I've actually been really needing to stock up on weapon repair kits, because I'm running an energy weapon build, and jury rigging can only get you so far with energy weapons. And, one of the things I'm noticing is that I'm really having to start, like, stocking up on this stuff for weapon repair kits. One of which is a roll of duct tape. So I'm thinking, like, maybe duct tape could be used to, like, repair the durability on items. You know, it'd be something else for duct tape to do. Alright, so let me look at my tools here. This is all cargo. And it is Splint's tools. Well, I do have another one of these. And okay, I don't need compasses. So compasses are junk. We don't need a compass anymore. So let's drop that. Okay. Let's see. I've got rations, but I can't put that in the larder box. So I'll probably just stick those in here. And then these other boxes are empty. So as far as stuff I want to take back, let's go ahead and start loading up. First, let's start loading up the cargo bay. Just dump everything we have of worth in here. Starting with the rocks and the clay. Next would be, I would assume, coconuts. I don't know how we're doing on the coconut front back at home, but we can load up on these. Should be fine. That's half our cargo bay. Let's see. We just recently got a huge thing of rawhide, so we really shouldn't need to worry about that. Should be good on palm fronds for now. Let's bring back some sticks. Always good to have the basics. That's our cargo filled up. We do have a couple other boxes we can fill. Alright, so we can go ahead and turn that off. So the lantern can stay here. Let's see. Or the lantern can go. We want to keep that. That could be useful. Let's see. So we have these. Anything else? We have these 3 crates. We've got enough inventory space to carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have enough space to carry all of them with us. So a stack of fibrous leaves ought to do. And then I guess we could take the rawhide. No, we shouldn't need it, because we really literally just did restock on leather back home, so that shouldn't be necessary. Logs, however, will be useful. So okay. So we actually do have a free inventory slot. I would rather not waste that, though. Well, let's head back home, then. We need to go that way. That's the way back home. The storm's passed, no reason to sleep, so we're good to go. Let's head on back. To home. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe this is actually the last of the small islands that are, like, immediately around us. So once we get back home and offload everything, we can start making our way towards some of the larger islands. Which, the large islands are where we'll really start making use of more of our tools. I hear bubbling. I can't tell what that is. It's moving really fast, so I think it might be a marlin. The fact that I'm not getting any aggressive music tells me it's either a whale shark or a marlin. That's a marlin. I can yeah, it's a marlin. Okay, yeah, we're fine. I'm not interested in deep sea fishing today, Marlin, so yeah, I don't need to go after you. Man, I remember when marlins were menaces back in the earlier builds. Because they used the same aggressive AI that sharks did, and they would knock your raft over. And of course, back in those days, your raft was literally a 1x1 square, so it was very easy for anything to knock you off. Of course, back in those days, you didn't have a sail either. You either paddled manually, or you had a boat motor. And that was it. Okay, well, at least we're home. We've got stuff to drop off, so... Ugh. So many crates. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of leather. Alright. So let's look at some of these things. The lantern... I can put the lantern probably right here would be a good spot. That way I can just kind of, like, illuminate my water area. That would work. Actually, the water area is relatively close to the main campsite. Let's put it over here next to these two. So that way I can more easily see where I do my crafting stuff. Have that there. That should work fine. Alright. Okay, so coconuts. I think we have too many coconuts. Definitely. So let's see. Now, cloth we don't have a pile for, but we do have a lashing pile, so that'll work. I think we just have a box for planks, yeah. Corrugated scrap. Plenty of that. We actually can probably start making use of that soon. Let's see. A box for cloth and leather probably wouldn't go amiss. That's farming seeds. Do we have anything for leather? No, but we do have a crap ton of stuff. Let's see. More hammers. Okay, there's a box that has nothing in it. You know what? Let's just clean up this leather. We do not need all of this just kind of sitting on the ground. Okay then, looks like the cloth is going to have to go into a different box. Okay. Not putting it in the farming seeds. Do we have any logs any piles that I need to add on to? Yeah, we got this one. stock back up on these. But I brought more sticks. My stick pile's looking kind of sad. The rest of that stuff can stay there. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Rest is all on the ship, so we'll go ahead and bring everything else back. Or on the raft, rather. It's not a ship. I mean, it's my ship, I suppose. I built it. Okay. Yeah, you're anchored. You're fine. Steak. That's my bag full. If I can find a place for the cloth, that'd be nice. Most excellent. Steaks. I need another pile for my steaks. You know what? Just stick it in that top one. Not like I'm going to be doing anything else with that. And one more slot. And the sun rises over our little bit of paradise. Don't need that anymore. Coconuts. Okay, so it's 50 coconuts to a pile, so we're probably going to have to make another one. That's fine. Stick it right here next to the old one. Okay, I think it's safe to say we don't need any more coconuts, so that should be fine. And make a third clay pile. We're going to need all the clay we can get, so having a third one's not going to be that big. I didn't accidentally put one of my arrows in there, did I? I saw my mouse, so I saw my cursor go over that. Alright, let's see. Before we get going, it may not be a bad plan to go ahead and start maybe considering building a house. Or at the very least, getting the materials ready for it. Let's see, rock pile. Yeah, we need more rocks. At least one full rock pile should be fine. I think that's the cargo bay empty. Yep. Alright. Very nice. Just 4 more rocks and we'll have a full rock pile. Okay, so it probably wouldn't be a bad plan to go ahead and start maybe considering building a house. Because I've got all this open space over here that is perfect for, like, house building. So let's see if we can do anything with that. I'm going to need bricks, I know. Bricks. Am I not in a position to do bricks, or can I not make bricks yet? Let's see. I think that's under... Yeah, okay, so apparently I'm not in close enough proximity to all of this to make bricks. What? I'm standing right next to it! Oh, that's funny. That's real funny, game. That is real funny. Alright, so how much is a brick scrap? 2 each? It's been taking it from that pile. What the heck, game? So now that I actually have them on me, now you're doing it. Crazy, crazy game. I don't know, man. This game's nuts. Alright, so 12. One of these has a crap ton of hammers in it. Where is it? This one's got a spare. So we'll use this one. I'm going to save first. Days survive 28. Indeed. Where are my stats? I need water. Here. So, I'm gonna get my hammer going. It's hammer time. Now, if I wanted to make a clay foundation, or a brick foundation, rather, that's 4 bricks, so I can make 3 foundations with this. So, let me ask myself a question. Can I build over this rock? Actually, I can! According to the game, yeah, I can build a foundation over this rock. So, this rock will not be in my way. The only thing that's kind of getting in the way about it is the fact that the platform is kind of sinking into the dirt. So there is that, and that's a nice, like, opening right there. So sure. So if I do that... Put that right there. Yeah! The foundation's, like, right over it. Although, Let me get my stone tool. It might be a bit to smack that thing down, but... we should be able to get all of our stuff back. So, put that away. So we don't need that. So the big thing is we're going to need to... that plant right there is also a problem. That should give us our bricks back. And it didn't give all of our bricks back. Okay. So they changed that. Even with... what is it? Even with max... what is it? Even with max harvesting, you don't get all your stuff back when you smash it. So that's something to note. I'm guessing the reason they did that was because there was a bug that you could do to effectively get infinite refined axes. Because you need a refined axe in order to make a plank station. And one of the things you used to be able to do is if you had max if you had max harvesting, one thing you could do is... there's going to be a little bit of this rock sticking out no matter where I place it. It's less obtrusive if it's poking out the back, so that should be fine. But, one of the things you could do back in the day is if you had max harvesting, and by back in the day I mean like a previous update, but like you used to be able to just like break whatever you had, if that made sense. foundation. I want that right there. But you used to be able to use a nearly broken refined axe to make a plank station. And then once you made it, provided you had max harvesting, what you could do is you could then break it with max harvesting, and then you would get your axe back at full durability. So people would use that to basically repair their axe for nothing. So my guess is that is why... Oh, bugger. They're all mismatched! I can't have that! Oh, that's annoying. Damn you, OCD! Okay, yeah, so we're going to be doing some building in this episode. Might as well go ahead and make use of the clay we've got, right? We're going to need a lot of clay. So, let's see. I think what I'll do is I'll stock up on bricks first, save, and then start building, because I'm going to need a lot of bricks, I know it. Alright, so... Hammer out. Let's start making some bricks. Oh, wait. No hammer out, but I can just make bricks. So I want to build the start of my base on this side. Now the nice thing is that this will also level up our physical skill while we're busy building stuff here. I want to make sure... I need to get on top if I can. Oh, that won't do. It's sticking out the front. Damn it. Get used to a lot of this reloading. I'm very, very OCD about how this is going to look, and having that rock sticking out from underneath is just going to look unsightly. For the record, doing this is completely superfluous. Bases really don't do too much in Stranded Deep. At most, they give you the ability to make your own shelter from the sun. That's about it. Which, we have that thanks to our boat. So, you know, we don't technically need a base. But what's a survival crafting game without building a base? I asked you. So, base building's part of the fun, so base building we shall do. Alright, so I want this rock. Foundation. I want that facing like that. I don't want any part of that rock peeking out. There we go. Except for this back part. This back part's fine. I can do that, but... Should be able to hop on... Oh no, it's not solid until I actually hit it enough. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's solid. Okay. So it takes 12 hits to build one of these. So what I'm looking for now... There we go. That matches better. Okay. I should be able to make do with this, I think. This looks serviceable. Okay. Let's make some more floor. Is that correct? Like that. Okay. Oh, I'm out of bricks. Okay, that works. All right, I'm gonna need some more bricks then. Ow! Well, I'm lucky I didn't break my arm doing that. How much damage did that do? Ow! Okay, yeah, I gotta be careful when I'm doing construction. Don't jump off the construction site. I can't believe I have to tell myself that, but don't jump off the construction site. You'll break every bone in your body. Not a smart thing to do. Also, I'm noticing it's getting dark. Are we about to have another storm? Oh, yeah, we are. Wow, 2 storms back to back. You don't see that too often. Alright. Oh, let me put this away. Bricks. Thank you. I may only need this much. Let's see. Well, at least with the storm, I don't have to worry about the SPF being an issue. So, no, that looks good. That looks good. I just need to get up there. Nope, that doesn't work. Nope. I can't quite get up there. That's fine, though. I know how I can fix that. Can I make stairs yet, or do I need something else for that? Let's see. Brick steps. That's going to be 3 bricks. Level up physical. Very nice. Oh, there's an issue. These steps are floating in midair. I think I made the platform a little too high, but that's okay. I've done weirder things. Okay, I need 3 more bricks. Well, you know what? Let's just build what we can. Okay. There will do. Why can't I build something there? Is it because of that rock? Oh, you're kidding. I can't build right there? Is it because of that rock? It's gotta be because of that rock. So why can't I build on this rock when that huge rock over there wasn't causing a problem? I ask you. Let me try something. Can I be cheeky and build it from the side? I used to be able to do that. Let's see. If not, I may have to pick a new place to build. So can I be cheeky and put this here? No. Okay. So I'm going to have to reload all of that, which is a good thing I saved when I did. So we know this is a bad spot. I can't build here. So let's see. I need to find a place where preferably I can keep it a little bit lower so that way the stairs don't like float above the ground. Let's see. I just heard that. That is... Oh, that's a mouthful. DMGNG... Somebody's Gmail looks like. Ugh. Probably not the best to use your Gmail address for a name, just saying. Alright, let's see here then. Alright, so we know this isn't a good spot. Let's see. Brick foundation. Yeah, for some reason, this rock is causing problems. Yeah, I don't know why. This rock is causing an issue. If I do it slightly above the rock, oh, that's fine. But, like, if it's way like this, no, that won't... Oh, you know what? It may have been because this one was so high up, it may have been floating in midair. That might have been what it was. Over here doesn't look too bad. This looks like a decent spot. Let's start... That's going to be a bit tight. Actually. No, not there, I don't think. Let's see. There's got to be a decent place to build somewhere. If that rock wasn't there, that'd be a really good place to do it. But unfortunately, the rock is going to be an issue, and I don't think I can build on these bushes either. Oh, no, I can. It'll just look weird if I build on the bush. So, let's see. See, a lot of this stuff's going to need to get moved. Anyway, thank you for the follow. Actually, I wonder, if I move this a bit further out instead of... So it has to specifically be that height to get over the rock. Yeah, if this rock wasn't here, this wouldn't be as big of an issue, because that's a really good entry point. Overall, this is a... here probably wouldn't be bad. This looks fairly decent and large enough. Let's try here. So if I built a starting foundation... Let's say about this high. Let's see. If I put this here... Now here comes the storm again. You know what? This spot might actually work better. Yeah, this spot right here might be better. I can build forward from here. Let me go get some more bricks. Yeah, I can't build there because that tree's in the way, but I should be able to build further out this way. This, I think, will work. Okay, that's my physical leveled up. I can put that there. And put that there. And put that there. I can make one more. Let me check something. So it already looks like there's a little bit of floating there, like a little bit. So if I make some stairs, if I do this, I can't exactly see. I need to get a better angle. Okay. I can kind of see from there, and that does look like it's hitting the ground. So that should be okay. So what I can do, but I want to build off to the side. The side might not be a bad plan. I can't build off to the side because there's a bush in the way. So, oh, and can I not build here? Okay, I can. It's just going to be kind of tight. So, yeah, it should be fine. Ah, but now we're running into the floating problem. So, no, that won't work. I don't think I can build off in this direction. I might be able to. You know what? I need some brick scrap for some stairs anyway, so let me go ahead and break that down and just get 3 bricks out of it. I can't build that way, but I might be able to build this way. Make a little bit off to the side there. Let me see if that'll be feasible. I guess y'all could consider this the obligatory building episode. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of bush sticking out of that, but I can build in that direction. So, yeah, that'll work fine. Yeah, that'll actually work out very fine. I can't build there, because that bush would be in the way. Yeah, this place just really isn't building friendly. Okay. So, let's go ahead and do what we need to do then. Make a foundation over here. Because we can build over there. And then from here, let's go ahead and build our staircase. Oh, bugger. It is floating. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Damn it, every time it looks like I find a good spot, something goes wrong. I hate it when they float like that. The perfectionist in me will not be satisfied until all of this has been dealt with. Okay. So we need to find a better spot that is not there. This spot would be good if it wasn't for the fact that everything's kind of crowded around over here. So, here maybe? That might be a bit of a tall order. I could make it in the middle of the island, I suppose, but that would be tricky to do, considering there's trees and crap everywhere. Let's see. This here I think would probably be my best spot, so let's see. How far back can I get this without running into the tree and without running into issues with a bush? We got 2 followers in 1 video. That's surprising. Let's see. We got Silent Rats. Haldo, how are you doing this evening? Thank you for the follow. Let's see. I don't want it to be too high. I think right there should do fine. So about here? About this height? That's good. Let's build another one. Okay. Doing well, I follow because you seem like a chill fellow who likes to play chill games. Well, thank you. My chill streams are more during the week, but I do play chill games on occasion. This just so happens to be one. Just coincidentally, more or less. But I do appreciate the follow regardless. Thank you very much. So let's see if I can do what I want to do here. Specifically what I'm looking for is I want to build this in a 4x3 if I can. So I don't know if I can make that stretch 4. I can try. Let's see. That there. Because what I'm thinking of doing is I want to build like an internal area that's a 3x3, and then I want the outer like 4 area to be kind of where I would have like a porch, if that makes sense, or a patio. Looking at that, that probably won't be feasible because of that bush. And here comes the storm. It's starting to get dark. Yep, here comes the rain. Yeah, with that bush in the way, I don't think I'll be able to make this the way I want to. Well, it's still worth trying regardless, so let's see what kind of mischief we can make. We apparently had, like, just enough. You know what? That's enough to make, some stairs on top of everything else. So, let's see. Yep, I didn't think so. That bush is going to be in the way. So, not there. Sorry, but bots are not allowed here. Please go away. Ban. Alright, so... that means I'll have to put this out here. How is that relevant to the ground? That's actually in the ground, so that'll work. So yeah, putting this part here should be fine. So we'll build the rest of this. Okay, so what I want to look at is... let me make this. Maybe not. Okay. A brick floor. Okay, so that's roughly the same size. It's not connecting, though. Okay. I'm gonna need some more bricks. I am thinking this is currently a 3x3. I'm gonna need another... the bank seems to drop further to the right, and the other would be floating. Unfortunately, due to the contours of the island, I may have to accept a little bit of float. But we're just gonna have to see. I'm sure I actually hit the correct button. There we go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure what we have here... actually, that's a way to do it. Let's do it with a wall. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is roughly a 3x3, so we need one more layer out here, if we can reach that, which we should be able to. That's going to be floating, I think? I'm pretty sure. I can't seem to quite get a good enough view without completely losing where I'm going to be looking. Yeah, there's going to be like a very mild bit of float, but that should be okay. So, if it's just that corner, that should be fine. Yeah, if it's just... I think it's just going to be that corner. That should be okay. I'm not going to fuss too much about a corner. So, let's... foundation... put that there. Put this here. See, like, this one, I think, is... okay, that one's also floating, but it's floating in such a spot that it shouldn't matter. Am I out of bricks? I am out of bricks. Okay. Okay, so this should do for the basic foundation. I need a drink. Let's make some brick steps real quick. And then see how this would look. Actually, yeah, that's, like, perfect. Yeah, I don't have to jump up to reach those. That's, like, the perfect place for those stairs. Very nice. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I need to start building some walls. I don't know how much clay I have to be able to actually do that, though. Let's see. How much is a wall? I think a wall is just like 2. Let's see. Yeah, it's 2 for a wall and 1 for a half wall, which I will want both. But for starters... put this in a better position. So now we've got 10 bricks we can use, so let's start looking at some of this stuff here. So what I want to do, I put a brick arch. Now I'm not sure... I think that's the interior side. Yeah, this looks more exterior to me, so we'll put that there. Okay, so we have that there. So now I want to make another one. 3 followers! Wow, I'm on a roll tonight. Let's see, that is from... Hen3, thank you very much! Seriously, thank you. I definitely wasn't expecting to get 3 followers tonight. We love your stream and enjoy being a part of your fan community. Would you mind on the up? Okay, that's a bit bawdy. Not gonna lie, that sounds a bit bawdy. I'll give you a minute to say something that's not bawdy. Please respond accordingly, please. And, yeah. If not, though, I am afraid I'm going to have to ban you for suspicious activity. Gotta play it safe. So, let's see. So, we have that there. That's 1. Okay, so that's gonna be 1. That's 2. This should be 3 if I place that right here. So, yeah, that should work. We want that like that. There we go. Okay. Now we have this area here is going to be like our main house, just kind of like the main interior area. So let's start making some walls. There we go. We want that like that. I've got 4 bricks left, so I can make another wall. That like that. Oh, my hammer broke. That's fine, I've got plenty. Let's see. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Should have at least 4 more of these. I've got 8 of them. I think this will work out fine. Let's see. Refined hammer. So yeah, let's do this. Smack this thing up a little. Okay. So now we have that. That looks pretty nice. So now I want to do half walls. Can I put half walls here because of the tree? I can put half walls here. Very nice. Let's see. I have 2 left. So let's go with a half wall. Right there. And another half wall. Right there. That should do. Excellent. And I like how that blends in with the tree, too. That actually looks really nice. So we'll go ahead and hit this one. And that's the last of our clay for now. So there's not much we can really do otherwise. Okay. So that'll have to do for... I thought I saw something walking on the beach there. That was just that derelict. But yeah, we've got ourselves a nice little start, at least. We've got all the foundations built. We just need to get the rest of the walls. Of course, we're going to need a roof. Probably another staircase. Definitely probably going to need one of those. But that shouldn't be too bad. Look at that. Yeah. This looks pretty nice. Yeah. This looks very nice. Okay, Hen, this is your last chance. Please say something not body. If you say something not body, you can stay. If not, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ban you. So, please respond. Save here. Doing alright. Seems to be a bot. Yeah, more than likely that's what they are. I figured as much, but... You know, I want to give people benefit of the doubt. I don't want to be the guy who's so paranoid that I see bots everywhere. So, let's see. Oh. Blocking my way. Now, I actually want to do something real quick. This is an out-of-curiosity test. So if I put this here... check the GC, it's basically blank. Okay, yeah, well, thank you for that. So, bam. Thank you for checking on that. Okay, so I'm curious. I want to see if I build... Do I need a hoe for that? Let's see. I think I might need a hoe for that. A hoe is required for farming. Okay, never mind. I'm going to reload that. I don't have a hoe yet, so there's no point in even trying that. I'll look at that later. What I was planning on doing there was I wanted to see the size of a farming plot relative to a platform. Because what I'm planning on doing long-term, once I finish building the house proper, is I want to make like a separate outer platform where I keep all of my gardening stuff. So, like, kind of the game plan, as it were. Like, this would be my main living space, of course. And then you'd have... Like, this would be my main house. Just, like, all of my necessities would be in here. This back porch is going to be kind of like a cookout area. This is where I'd keep my smoker and all the stuff really needed for, like, cooking and stuff like that. A staircase would go down here, and then this area would kind of be like the garden. And I'd have platforms kind of just, like, scattered around. And depending on... Yeah, they just sent me a copy-paste message. Yeah, okay, yeah. Definitely a bot. Thank you for finding that out. But I want this kind of back central area to kind of be my garden, if that makes sense. So, just kind of set things up to where I can have everything I need to grow in one place. Granted, with all these trees in the way, that's going to be a bit tricky, but shouldn't be too bad. However, unfortunately, we do not have any more clay. So we can't continue construction until we get more. So, I'll stick this in there for now, just so we don't forget it. Alright, so, the next thing I want to do... What time is it? Oh, it's pretty early at night, actually. Let's grab one of those rations. One of these boxes have rations in it. This one. Okay. We'll go ahead and sleep through the night. Okay. So now it's time to go somewhere new. Perfect. Okay, so we're looking for a big island. Let's see, there's one over there. there's a couple of big islands around. Because there's that one in that direction. There's that one right there. That one's a bit closer. We may want to go there first. And that one should be pretty easy to get to because we can see our house from there. And then we have... You know what? Let's start with the one... Yeah, let's go to that one. That one's closer to home. I can tell because it's bigger. So yeah, we'll go to that one first. Alright, so I want to make sure I'm fully stocked up on weapons and gear before going over there, because there's going to be some new threats over on that island. So, I shouldn't need much else. I just need to check and see what I've got. Let me check something. I believe I have a stone tool, so I'm going to need a crude axe. I can do that over there. I will need a refined axe, though, so a piece of leather would probably be useful. Just to kind of have with us. Actually, thinking about it, what do I need to make a hoe? Oh, I can actually make a hoe right now. Let's go do that. Because I've got the materials to do that with. Flashing, and then we can get a stick from our stick pile. Yeah. And that is the damaged one. So we shall make a hoe. And we'll stick this in the farming box for now, because we don't need it. But we'll have that there for when we do need it. I guess put this hammer... You know what? Just so I know where it is. Let's grab this. We'll set this here for now. We'll have that there, and we'll leave our hammer here. So we'll know that's the hammer we were building with. Okay, so I'm going to need a stone tool and some leather. Stone tool shouldn't be a problem, but leather will be. So I'll go ahead and grab one just for the road. Lone piece of leather. Do I need one or two for the axe? I need one, so that should be okay. Well, our cargo hold is clear, and everything else should be good to go. We're stocked up, so let's head off in that direction to that island there. Now, before we move in that direction, let's see. I need my compass right there. Oh no, we're drifting. I want to... Okay. Okay. I want to get my bearings on this island before I head out that way. So let's see. That is 180 exactly. That is due south from here. Very nice. Let's go. To our first big island. It's nice we'll at least be able to tell our island from a distance because of our construction site there. Don't mind me, just keeping my eyes open. Okay. We should be entering new shark territory soon. Okay, we got a fairly noticeable wreck over here. Well, we're officially in the shallows now, so... Okay, so... a couple of things I want to do before I set foot on this island. I want to make sure I'm equipped. I'm going to need Slitherbane, the new weapon. I'm also going to need a melee spear, and I'm going to need Puck as well. So, let's see. Don't need the pickaxe for now. Put that back. Stone tool. Equipping Slitherbane won't be an issue because I'm going to be throwing it, so... let's see. Keep the leather there for now. That's a stingray. Okay, so I've got Puck and I've got Slitherbane. Both of these are very important. Let me drag this onto the rocks real quick. So now that we're on a large island, there are new threats we'll need to contend with. Now, they're not guaranteed to be here, much like with the crabs on the smaller island, they're not guaranteed to be around. Now, as we actually can see, the giant crabs are here, but there might be other threats. There's one threat in particular that I'm more concerned with than the crabs. And it will make its presence known if there is one here. Yeah, that's a boat. There. I don't know if you all can see that because he's kind of camouflaged, but right there between those trees, yeah, see, he's right there, he's moving. That is a warthog, or as I like to call him, Big Bacon. Ow! Ow! Yeah, as you can see, he'll just, like, run up right on you and not get off. He hurts. Ugh. Not much damage, though. I'm kind of surprised about that. Ah, missed. Yeah, Big Bacon is very annoying. Because, there we go. Once Big Bacon runs up on you, it's really hard to get away. How do you get that gun? Okay, Vortex. Hi, how do you get that gun? You craft it. That's how you get it. Alright, Big Bacon. You're here. So, Big Bacon is one of the main big threats. There's another threat we can encounter here. Let me see. If I go to the crafting menu, I believe you need a stick, an air tank, some duct tape. Yeah. 1 leather, 1 duct tape, 2 sticks, and an air tank. You also need, I think it's like level 5 or 6 crafting. Alright. Well, I got all my arrows back. Let's get my stabby spear out. Uh-oh. Okay, this guy's seen me. Let's see. Ow! No peach! Ow! Okay, yeah. Oh, thanks. Let's see. That is... Vortex! Thank you for the follow. We're just getting all kinds of followers tonight. You're the 4th one, I think. And as far as I can tell, you're the 2nd one that isn't a bot. Do we have a boat on the shore? We might, actually. Okay. Yeah, we do. We actually have a proper beached wreck. All right. All right, so that's the giant crabs, and that's Big Bacon taken care of. So... we'll go ahead and put all the animals over here. Yeah, now that we've beaten him, Big Bacon's just gonna stand here throwing his head around. Just kind of cartoony, swiveling his head while he sees stars. Now, unfortunately, since these guys are... W shipwreck, exactly. Since these guys are terrestrial creatures, they respawn faster than the sharks do. So we will potentially have to deal with them again while we're busy doing stuff here. Let's see, I do need to heal, but before we go anywhere else, the next major threats are going to be kind of hard to spot. Unless you get really lucky, you will hear them before you see them. If they're here, they may not be. Let's see. Yeah, no. We just got a beached wreck right there. Found some potatoes. There's one. Okay, there he is, right there. You see him slithering around? That's a snake. I think they used to be called night snakes, but I think they're just called snakes now. So snakes have 40 hit points, and the refined spear, when thrown, does exactly 40 damage. So if we can get close enough to him, notice he's like kind of curled up in a threat posture and making that hissing noise. You should loot them both. Oh, in due time, I will. But when you see a snake do that, if you get any closer, they'll bite you. However, with Slitherbane, take that! Slitherbane will kill them stone dead. Pun somewhat intended. So, usually on these islands... Oh, I was about to say, there's usually two of them, and there's the second one right there. So, let me see if I can deal with him. Come with me, Slitherbane. And the nice thing is since I'm using Slitherbane as a thrown weapon, it effectively has infinite durability as long as I don't miss. So let's deal with this guy. Oh! That's going to make things easy. Boom. Oh, they are night snakes. They were just called snakes at some point. Okay. So that's both night snakes, both giant crabs, and big bacon. So I think that is all the terrestrial threats on this island. We can actually start collecting stuff now. So, let's see. SPF's looking a bit light. What time is it? Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock. I should probably rest for it. Okay, I'm in the shade. This'll work. Thankfully, home's really easy to spot. There's a lot of visible wrecks from here. There's a couple of splashes. I can see a bit of a mass sticking out. There's one over there. There's that one right there. There's the two on the other side. I imagine we'll probably be getting a lot of decent loot from here. Just need a little bit more sun protection, and I should be good for the rest of the day. Yeah, I should do. Let's start looting the place. Oh, wait. Oh, hi, Shark. We know you're there. That's good enough. Okay, so we'll put Slitherbane back for now, because we don't need it. Alright. Let's start gathering the raw materials that are around here. Sticks and stones and the like. What does your base look like? You can actually kind of see it in the distance. It's less of a base and more of a construction site right now. Where I primarily hang out is more or less a cobbled-together campsite more than anything. I'm currently in the process of actually building my house. That's what most of the clay is for. Ooh, spikes. Okay. I don't want a palm sapling. I want that stick, please. Thank you. Any sticks around here? Oh yeah, you also don't get ficus trees on these big islands. You get palm saplings or pine saplings instead. Same basic functionality. Oh, hey, little bacon. So whenever you see one of those giant hogs, there's usually at least one or two of these little guys running around. Unlike their big cousin, they won't attack you. They're scared of you and they'll run away. There's no point to kill them. They're not going to bother you. You could kill them for food if you wanted, but I see little reason. And my bag's full. Okay. Well, I don't want that blocking my screen, so let's go with this instead. But you missed it. I was actually doing some save scumming earlier because I was having difficulties getting my base placed properly. Let's see. And apparently, due to a recent update, you can't get your stuff back anymore if you smash it with max harvesting, so that's kind of annoying. Alright, plank scrap. I'm out of room for rocks. I can do with one more stick. Okay, so most of the rocks are over here. Any more sticks? Stick. Okay. Let's drop off some stuff. Oh, I can't do that here. Drop the light. Okay. You can flatten out. This right here actually ain't a bad spot, so we'll put the sticks right here for now. Rock pile. Let's keep looking for more stuff, shall we? Stick. I believe I was back in this direction. So, stick. Yeah, due to their size, these islands will usually take a bit longer to clear than smaller ones. Rocks and ajuga plants, looks like. Ah, hello, cloth. I need one of those. And here's the other cloth. Very nice. That should settle us for, like, the base setup essentials. Another shallow shark. So we know we have a tiger shark and a hammerhead swimming around here. And we have a general idea of where both of them are. That... It is late enough in the day, sun is not an issue. Okay, looking pretty good on the rock front. Okay, now we're looping back towards where we landed. So the rock, stick. Oh yeah, sometimes with these little guys, I don't know if this is... Oh, there's both of them, cool. I don't know if this was addressed in the most recent update that Stranded Deep had or not, but I remember the last time I played, sometimes these little dudes would get so scared that they'd defy gravity and go into the stratosphere. Like, they would just climb the air up and up and up until you couldn't see them anymore, and they would never come down. So, yeah, fun times. I think that's all the stray stuff. At least from what I can see, that seems to be all the stray stuff. So, oh, good. Oh, well, I don't have any room in my inventory, even if I wanted to smash up some yucca, so let's drop some of this stuff off. You know what? I have an idea of what might not be a bad plan. I'll think about it. Okay. Pop the cloth off for now. Coded update. Actually, easier to see these things when it's dark. Funny. Alright, that's one yucca plant. Harvesting the 3 yucca plants on this island should give us enough of a start. Where are you, yucca tree? Aha, I seem to have missed it. Yeah. That's those two, but... You know what? If I can't find the third one, I'm willing to bet you I know where it is. Because one of the issues with these large islands is they have problems with terrain generation. Whenever you have like a generated structure like a yucca plant or one of those mineable boulders, sometimes they can generate inside these huge mountains. Like, the game will generate the items first and then generate the mountains on top of them. Yeah, actually. This one's like half inside the mountain, half inside that tree. So, trying to mine that out's more or less not worth it. 12 should be enough. Let's see. I've not thought about this game in years. It's still getting updates, assuming I'm remembering this game correctly. Anyway, hello and salutations. Monty Hendozi, Haldo. I don't believe I've seen you here before. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting all kinds of new people tonight. Alright, so, little bacon. I'm half tempted to go home and grab a hammer to build a platform, just so we can stay out of reach of Little Bacon. Because while Little Bacon's not going to directly hurt us, if they panic and run through our camp, any loose items on the ground will go flying. So, just kind of something to be wary of, I guess. You know what? Building a platform probably wouldn't be a bad plan. I'll tell you what, let's head back home and grab that hammer. And then, let's see, we'll make a pile. Put that there for now. Yeah, that should do. Alright, let's go home and grab that hammer real quick, so that way we can make ourselves a platform to keep Little Bacon away from our stuff. Oh, I've been here before, it's just been a hot minute. Salutations and how do you doodle, family indeed. We'll be working with you all this cozy afternoon. Ah, I remember your speech patterns now. Yeah, Haldo again. Sorry, it's just like you said, it's been a while and my memory's not very good, so... I'm sorry I forgot you very briefly. Let's head home, grab a hammer, come back, and then we can build ourselves a platform to stay away from all of the hostile, like, ground wildlife. I don't think Big Bacon and the like can use stairs. I've never seen them do it, but that doesn't mean they can't. There's always room for surprises. Excuse me, I need to cough. Okay, we've got... I see you. That is most likely the tiger shark we saw in the shallows. So, yeah, that looks like a tiger shark body. So, he's not going to be a threat. Yeah, he's a tiger shark. He's moving way too slow. Because, hammerheads, in general, move faster than tiger sharks do. Tiger sharks can get speed if they're aggroed on you and, like, they're being aggressive. Right there, what he was doing was he was being curious. It's perfectly copacetic by me, fine feline. Aw, thank you. Also, shrimp. Whoa, that was a swell. Vortex, you were asking... Whoa, what is with the swells? Yeesh. Anyway, Vortex, you were asking about my base. You can actually see the construction site right there. Which is fitting, because I actually need to go to the construction site to grab my hammer. Yeah, it's bare bones basic, but we're getting there. We're building it. One hammer, Dankeschön. Thank you. I think bitte is please, actually. Danke is thank you, if I'm remembering my German correctly. I know very little of foreign languages. I am unfortunately a product of the American public education system, which means I've learned next to nothing of value from the actual system, aside from indoctrination, but thankfully I was capable of learning on my own. But yeah. We'll be back at some point. We just need to go loot this place first. I'm hoping by the time we take care of all of the neighboring islands, we should have everything we need to feasibly make forward progress. Because the big thing is we're going to need multiple jerry cans. Currently, that's the kind of really big thing we need. Because as much as I really don't want to, we will eventually need to make a fuel still, and we'll need to grow potatoes to supply said fuel still. Because we need that for the end game, even though I have no intention of using anything fuel-powered. There's just no reason to. I thought I saw movement in the waves not too long ago, so I'm kind of keeping my eyes open. Heck, it might be that tiger shark. There's the rocks. Hit the rocks, and... Oh. We're a little off course, but we're okay. Get our raft on the rocks, that way it should be safe. Okay. So I want to make this a basic wood foundation. Okay, good. So I don't need... Let's see. Okay, I need lashings for wood steps, but that's not a problem. It's maybe the foundation that I'm looking for. So, let's see. Wood foundation. So if I put this up, like way the crap up here... Like I said, it's basic, but it'll keep us safe from the ground stuff. Need a lashing. Okay, good. Yeah, this should keep us safe from anything down below. It's basic, but this'll do. I may expand it later. Because we'll have the materials to do expanding, but that should be fine. For now, at least. So, first things first, I need a campfire. Oh, I was about to say, can I not place a campfire up here? I should be able to. Let's see, yeah, right there. Oh, wait. No, actually, I didn't want a campfire right there. Oh, cool. Just one hit, I get my sticks back. That's nice. Alright, so... actually need a lashing, and I need to cut down a tree. Let's see, one of these ought to do. Anything that I can pile is safe on the ground, because piles are treated as static objects. And any of the bacon family running through won't scatter piles everywhere. It's namely the looser stuff that I'm more concerned with. I don't think they can damage structures either. That's purely a player capability. Not something I'm eager to test, though. I should be able to make a shelter now. Yes, okay. So we want that pointing back that way, because that is where home is. So, let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to have to expand this a bit. Have to make this a bit bigger. Just thinking about it. I think actually making a T shape would probably be a little bit better. We'll see. Bag's full. So let's... do I even have enough for... yeah, I do. Oh, need to find water. I'm thirsty. Give me just a second. We'll stick that there for now. Not the best, but it'll do. And then I don't have enough sticks to make stuff, so let me... I don't think I have any rations on me. Let's see. No, but I do have plenty of things in my larder box, so that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. In fact... I remember like a decade ago, this used to be a popular YouTuber game right beside the release of Amnesia. There was only a handful of YouTubers that I knew who actually did this. Splattercat Gaming was how I found out about it. Most of the other ones, like Broadbent, came later. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, I should be able to squeeze through. That should be okay. Okay, so it's time for us to work through the night. We need some sticks, so we'll take out these saplings. First and foremost. How are we doing on this? 17%? I'll probably have to make an axe here pretty soon, but that's okay. So we should have a spare stone tool in here. No, we have leather, and I see you swimming out there. I saw that dorsal fin. Alright, so... Right, because I used the spare stone tool to make a hoe. Right. Okay. So let's make another stone tool. I can actually make a fire, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Don't want the fire inside our lean-to. That would be bad. We can have our fire. We'll put that... Let's save first, actually, just in case I regret this decision. Let's see. Fire. We can have the fire. Naturally, having a fire pit on top of a wooden platform is not going to cause any problems in the long term whatsoever. But we can pretend. And I'm going to need some more sticks. I'm also going to need a lashing. I don't need that right. Need that either. Or this. Okay. Ah, right. You're a different one. Ooh, I see a loose rock on the shoreline. Hello. I also see a crab. I can get 2 more, so this should do the trick. Okay. 1 smoker. I can have that like that. I can walk past it. So yeah, I can have the basics up here. I'm probably going to need a side platform for water, but that's about it. I should be able to do that. Let me grab my hammer. So up here... You know what? Might as well just go ahead and go all in. Oh, can I not build there? Might be too far out. Either that or the rocks are in the way. Rocks are probably in the way. But you know what? That'll do fine. That'll do for a basic. I need another lashing is what I need. Let me go find some of these. 40%, that's fine. Oh yeah, there's a ton of them up here. Oh, stick. The things you find wandering around in the dark. See the pools. I can afford to put away the hammer for now. Oh. Oh, it's full. Never mind. I'll stick you in the weapons thing for now, even though that doesn't make any sense. Okay. I should, in theory, be able to make a water still now. I need 3 rocks. So go over here. Now I can make a water still. And with the water still... Oh! You can't put a water still up here. Okay, then. Well, that was a complete waste of time. I'll put the water still... You know what? I'll just put the water still, like, right at the foot of the stairs. Seeing as how I can't put one on it. I can also put it under here. This doesn't make any sense from a logical standpoint, because a water still... I was right, Markiplier had a series on this game a decade ago. I didn't even know Markiplier did this game. I know he did Subnautica, because they reference him in the game, but... Okay, so in real life, putting a water still there wouldn't work, because this is solar powered. You'd need actual, like, sunlight in order for that to work. But, acceptable break from reality, I guess? Well, with that in mind, I guess I can get rid of this. I don't need this anymore. Jeez. It's still useful. Hey! I see what you did there. I need to make another one anyway, because I am going to need to make a knife, so yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, Song, may I ask for the context of this stabbing? Who's getting stabbed? You have a stabby. Oh, okay, you're talking about me. No, this isn't a knife. This is basically a glorified blade. Also, hi, Jaren. Man, all the people tonight. Ooh, a potat. I shall eat the potat. Thank you. Unfortunately, since one of our yucca trees is wedged inside of a rock, there really isn't much we can do except more rely on these fibrous leaves. Or the palm saplings. See, I'm always lurking. I just happened to say stab. Okay, I just wasn't sure if that was a reactionary stab or not. Is that a fruit tree? That is a fruit tree. Unfortunately, it's clipped inside of a mountain, so I can't grab the fruit. I can, however, kind of like cartoonishly dip my head into the rock by violating the laws of physics and still come out unharmed somehow. Don't ask questions, it makes the magic go away. Let's see. That's little bacon. That's nothing to worry about. least these are very easy to spot. Another potato! I don't need to eat. I need a drink more than anything. Which, the water still should be up here soon. And we've officially been in Stranded Deep for a month. Nice. 30 in-game days. Okay, so, yeah, we've got a decent amount going here. So, water still. Let me go. Now, I need to craft a lashing, and I need to craft a knife. I don't want to do it with this one, though. I don't want that going to waste. So we'll craft this over here. One knife, thank you. So, knife goes here. And then we should be able to craft our kindling. Kindling goes here. Okay, we got ourselves a nice little kitchen set up. And then everything else can go down here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Well, that was a waste of some sticks. I'll drop that in the cargo hold, so at least that won't go to waste. I'm not safe scumming for that. That could at least be useful later. This is the good one, right? Yeah. Let's finish getting rid of this thing. That should do. Okay, so as much as I would like to continue doing work out here, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and craft the axe. There we go. As much as I would like to continue doing work out here, I do need to take advantage of the daylight while I can. So let's go hunting. Yeah, it's 10:40, almost 11 o'clock, so I know there's a tiger shark right out here in the shallows, because we've seen it just kind of like skulking around, and it also followed us for a bit, so we know there's at least one of them out there. Go ahead and take him out, and we can start exploring the wrecks around here. We also know there's a hammerhead somewhere in the back. Come on. Out into the water you go. We'll start by investigating the local wrecks. He's probably guarding it, if I had to guess. Wow, I don't think I could have gotten any nicer than that. Okay. Ooh, buoy balls. If we didn't already have a fully constructed raft, those would be really nice. Buoy balls are my preferred method of building raft bases because once you set those things free, you can actually store them in your bag. You don't have to drag them around everywhere. Okay, so I'm seeing 0 shark activity. So I'm gonna go take a bit of a dip, see if I can find anything. What's down here? Great. Okay. I can't seem to go this way. There's an invisible barrier blocking my path. Let's see, got a couple of crates. 3 crates, that's not bad. Poke my head out. Nothing here in, like, the captain's cabin style area. And still no sign of our shark friend, wherever he may have gone. So... which direction do we drift in? We drift towards the island. Okay. Huh. So, the natural currents are actually pushing the raft towards the boat. So, this will be interesting trying to get this free. Should be able to just do it like that. Okay, we got steered off course, but we should be okay. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Stay on course. Stay on course. Alright. Let's go over that way then. Assuming we don't run into our shark friend. Let's see. No sign of him. Yeah, we've got at least 2 wrecks over here. 3. Oh, another one of these. Looks like we have one of these standard wrecks on top of a yacht. And there's also one over there. Can't exactly tell what that one is, though. I'm curious. Wait, hang on. Is it raining? We've already had multiple storms. Yeah, okay. Abandoned mission. We're gonna have to head back to shore. Not doing any wreck diving when it's storming. That's just all around a bad plan. So let's head back. Boat indeed. Unfortunately, boats we can't do anything about, because I'm sure as hell not wreck diving and fighting sharks in the middle of a thunderstorm. That's just asking for trouble. Oh, no, you don't. You're not drifting away from me. Onto the shore you go. I thought I saw a palm sapling. Yeah, right here. Well, we're not doing anything else today. Might as well start chopping. What are in these boxes? Ooh, we got a ration. You know what? That'll do just fine. I missed. Okay, looks like there's a pine sapling inside that rock, but not much we can do about that. That should be all the small trees taken care of now. That is surprisingly working. Might as well pick all the coconuts. It's just little bacon, nothing to worry about. Come on. There we go. Bag's getting full. And we're running out of daylight, so we're probably going to be doing some chopping through the night. Another potato! Or maybe that's... I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, yeah, we are full up on the coconuts. Put the coconut pile next to the stairs, I guess. What trees still have nuts on them? Alright. Oh, lots of them do. That landed straight up. Nice. That one tried. That one might be a tricky shot because that pine tree's in the way. Well, there we go. Hello. Okay, that should be all the coconuts then. Raft's over there. So let's start chopping down some trees. Actually, is there a flare gun in one of these? Yeah, there is. Ooh, we have a lantern! That's very nice. I'll go ahead and put that up here. That's actually really nice. And a flare gun. So we'll start over here. This looks like a good place to start up. I'm sure that's not a fire risk. Okay. Oh. Drop the flare gun. That's disposable. Let's see. Need to move these things. Should be able. Yeah, I can put this here. Have that conveniently located right next to where it needs to go. I'm doing on water anyway. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Shouldn't need to drink anything for now. Alright. Oh, let me grab the flare gun, because I'm pretty sure that thing is about to go out. Good question. Where did I drop the flare gun? Oh dear, I seem to have misplaced my flare gun. Oh, there it is. It was hiding in the greenery. Those sneaky flare guns. Who knew red could camouflage in green so well? It's not even Christmas. Flare enough. Oh! Puns! Why are you punishing me? What did I do? Be glad my boyfriend's not here. He might get mad at somebody stealing his thunder. That's one of the kind of stuff he likes to pull. Let's see. Yeah, flare gun's out, but that should be okay. I have dual passions in wordplay and cooking. I am very appreciative of both, so kudos to you, good sir. I'll get this one. Yo, we shrimping. Sadly, catching shrimp is not a thing you can do in this game. You can, however, have a shark barbecue. Well, no, I definitely don't need this. Loggers, log champ even. Oh. Sadly, I'm not wearing my plaid. Speaking of plaid, did you guys see Mel Brooks' announcement that he's making a new Spaceballs? I think that should be interesting when it eventually comes out. I am curious how they're going to, who's going to be like filling in what roles though, if any recurring characters are going to come back. Because as I understand it, quite a few of the actors from the original Spaceballs aren't around anymore. Like I know the guy who played Mog, he passed away. So I don't think Joan Rivers is around anymore either. She provided the voice for Dot Matrix. I'm trying to think of who else, but I can't recall. Oh, no, you don't. You're going that way. I'm smelling something weird. Something medicinal. Like that sickly sweet medicine smell. Okay, we can't cut down that tree. There's a bat in there. Let's see. This one's bat free. Yeah, little bat friend is currently up there, so let's not disturb the bat. Let's see. Oh, sorry, bat. I didn't see you up there. Excuse me, bat. Can you get off? Hi. Sorry to disturb you, but I kind of need to chop down this tree. Alright. I think that is all of the palm trees. Yeah, it's just a matter of cutting all the palms off and splitting these logs. What a mess. Ooh. Well. Time to get cleaning. Don't mind me, just giving these trees a haircut. Oh no, my axe broke. I thought I had more durability than that, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, well that's fine. I can fix this. I'm simultaneously doing very well, but at the same time being off my game. This is kind of off-putting. I'm going to need 2 stone tools. Actually, I think I'm going to need 3. Then I'm going to need a lashing and some leather and a bunch of sticks. Where is the stick? Good axe. Yeah, we got the axe. And then I need some leather, along with an extra stone tool to make a refined axe. Oh well. Not the most efficient way of doing it, but I accidentally let an axe break like a bolt. So, womp womp. Let's see. Leather. Refined axe. There we go. Efficiency! I want the palm, not the log. Efficiency? Yeah, they tend to be. Oh! Monty going at it! Tell me, good sir, what did I do to you to deserve this kind of punishment? Oh, it's only 2 hits. Nice. Okay, I think that's all of these trees tree-capitated. Let's see. Yeah, just a bunch of logs. Nice. And I've got a bunch of bunches. Alright. Let's get chopping. Bunches of fun. Oh, bag's full. Oh, would you look at that? I'm going to have to make another one. That's fine. Oh, it's no matter of deserving or not, but my own pleasure from subjected Schadenfreude you must understand. Schadenfreude implies... Well, no. Schadenfreude just implies that you're enjoying the punishment that I'm having to bear. I was getting Schadenfreude mixed up with catharsis, which catharsis would imply that I did something to deserve it. So, no. Schadenfreude is the correct term here. It is also almost time for us to... Yeah, we have about 6 minutes left in the stream, so it is getting kind of late and I am getting a little sleepy, so that is partially to blame for why I'm getting things mixed up. Wow. We're actually going to be having 3 piles of palm fronds. That's... That's a lot of palm fronds. All you carcasses are going to have to move. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, no. I missed. And a new morning has dawned. We're almost done with these. Exactly enough. Perfect. Wow. 4 piles. What is this? Jeez. There we go. Full enough. So let's see, what kind of stuff can I afford to drop? Ooh, we have another lantern. That's nice. That can go. And most of these can go. I'm pretty sure I'm full up on crude fishing spears. We'll have to check. And then this stuff can all go inside of a crate. Let's see. Don't need more of those. I'll take a cloth. Cloth's always handy. Alright. Let's go check out our ship real quick, just to kind of assess our own situation here. Let's assess this stuff real quick before we call it a stream. Tools. Yeah, definitely don't need compasses. I've got 4 crude fishing spears. I definitely don't need any more. Definitely don't need more. So... that means this stuff can stay clear. Don't need a compass. Don't need this. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Alright, there's more work to do, but we can take care of that next time, I think. Let me check. Yeah, we're at 3 hours exactly. So, we're going to end this off here. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you for all the follows we got today. Seen a lot of new people. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And that's it for this episode. So, again, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night, everybody, and sleep well.